What is up, people of the internet? Welcome to the circus. Woo! And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, well, basically, there are some females out there who are just ruining men's lives. And they are straight clowns. They are clowns to the 10th degree. They should probably get paid for the show they put on because, yeah, it's nuts. Pure entertainment comedy gold, okay? And today we're going to be looking at this guy right here who is apparently jailed for child support on a child that was not his. This is a video from 12 years ago. Good God, that's like 2010. And we do not like these little ads, and that's okay. We're going to be skipping that here in just a minute. But anyways, this is coming from the Young Turks, and unfortunately, their video quality is only at 240p, man. You guys are the Young Turks, okay? You guys have been around for like 20 years or so. I mean, I would have thought in 2010 you would have had like at least 720p, 1080p, some nice quality equipment, but no. My gosh. Let's see. I think my channel's been around since 2011. Okay. I've been around for quite a long time. Let's see, 6,289 views as of today, 35 subscribers. The worst channel on the internet by far. I have like 100 videos and like nobody watches my shit. But that's okay because guess what? It's not about how many people you reach. It's about how many people you impact. So that's what it's all about. And I'm here to have fun, crack some jokes, have some good laughs, and show my support for guys out there who've been through some real bullshit in life. So, been there, done that. Hey, I'm a survivor. All right, and if you consider yourself a survivor, you should enjoy these stories, these types of stories, because they are funny, man. Oh my gosh. Welcome to the circus. So here we go. We're going to be watching this video by the Young Turks. Take it away, guys. And I'm going to provide my commentary as best as I can.
A man by the name of Frank Hatley has been in jail in South Georgia for the past year because he hasn't been paying child support, right? Well, it turns out that the boy that he's not paying child support to isn't even his own biological son. And prosecutors knew that before throwing him in jail.
So when did his girlfriend get pregnant?
His girlfriend got pregnant in 1980. Mm-hmm. Okay, he thought it was his son, so he was paying child support, everything, right? And then in the year 2000, they had a DNA test which indicated that the boy was not his. So what they ended up doing is they had him pay child support anyway. So he was still paying child support. At what point he lost his job and he became homeless. And he couldn't even pay child support. Like, he couldn't even pay for a place to live or food to eat. But he still tried to make child support payments from his unemployment checks.
Now, that's after he already found out it's not even his kid?
Yes, this is after he found out it's not his kid.
Dude, you get an A for effort.
How unbelievable is...
But definitely an F for failure because it's okay, man. It's not your fault. All right, you just were involved with the wrong girl. And she took full advantage of you. Sucks. I know. If you need a hug, I'm here, man. Just leave me a comment. Leave me a comment with your socials and how I can reach out to you if you need to talk for real. But, dude, yeah, I mean, if you need a hug, man, this is some real hurtful stuff. Can you imagine you pay child support for, 15 years on a child that's not yours? I mean, the level of hurt I would feel for this person, man. I mean... I would be absolutely heartbroken. Poor guy was homeless, paying what he could. Hey, we've been there. I've been there. Okay, I've been paying child support for years. I think I've paid over like $150,000 in child support, but still making it, man. I'm a survivor. So if I can make it, you can make it. All right, let's continue.
Was the story. They still made him pay this child support. And then finally, he just couldn't do it anymore. He had no money. He was out on the streets. And they're like, you know what? You're not paying, so we're going to throw you in jail. He's been in jail for the past year.
Past year. Now, when we do these stories of people who are in jail in America,
poor guy.
Like, it's just, you do some guys who are not in jail, and you can't believe why they're not in jail. And then you do stories of some people that are in jail, and you're like, what the hell are we doing? Why are we putting people like this in jail? I mean, imagine for a second. you have sex with this lady, right? And she says, oh, yeah, this is I got pregnant from you. It turns out the whore had slept with someone else, okay, and gotten pregnant by them. She lied to you for all of these years, and you paid child support for a kid who wasn't yours all those years, even though you broke up with a girl so long ago. You're not even with her anymore. She's not your wife. She's not anything, right? And then you find out the kid isn't yours, and you continue to make payments, but since you didn't make enough payments, they arrest you and put you in jail.
By the way, James,
My mind can't comprehend the injustice of that.
A poor
as
bastard.
if the first DNA test wasn't enough, they had another DNA test done recently to prove, finally again, that this is not his child. But he's still in jail. I mean, he's waiting for a court date so they can...
It's like, oh, yeah, thanks. I kind of knew he wasn't my child, but thanks for trying.
relieve him of his duties to pay this child support because he's still required to pay $250 a month.
Now, I'm going to say something that you think is not going to be logically connected, but let me explain, okay? This is why I'm against the death penalty. Okay, so you say, what the hell does that have to do with this? Here's why. Because look at the son of a bitch prosecutor and judge in this case. I mean, if I'm that prosecutor, no way I bring that case. He knows. He knows he's not the dad. He knows the guy is homeless. He knows that he already made thousands of dollars in payments and did the best he could. And he puts that guy in jail. The judge listens to the case and goes, oh, yeah, right. Send his ass to jail. Now, you tell me those guys wouldn't hang someone on a shred of evidence, okay? Now, I know.
Forget evidence. They don't even need evidence. And, yeah, he's got a point. Like, we're just throwing people in jail for just to be doing it.
I'm stretching it, but there's no way in the world I would trust them with someone's life or death. And there are prosecutors and judges like that throughout the country. So we can make some mistakes, but we can't make the ultimate mistake with somebody's life when you got prosecutors and judges like this running around. And with human beings, what they are, you'll always have these kind of vindictive assholes. So, no.
First of all, why are we throwing people in jail for unpaid child support? It's the only debt that we're holding on to as debtor's prison. Okay, you don't get thrown in jail for not paying your medical bills or your past due mortgage or whatever. Okay, I mean, like all these people who are delinquent on other debts, who are, in some people's opinions, worthless people, or they're, pretty bad individuals for not paying their debts. Right. Well, what about the dad, the guy that didn't pay child support? We should throw him in jail for not paying child support? Really? We're just gonna like ignore all these other debts, but we're gonna throw this guy in jail for child support? Really? We need to decriminalize unpaid child support. I'm sorry, but it's just not fair. It's not fair. Everybody knows it, but we need to do something about it. I mean, and I'm not saying let's start throwing people in jail for other unpaid debts. I think that's wrong too. So let's just get rid of this one thing, okay? Like, hey, if you have unpaid child support, that's between you and your mom, or you and the ex, So the court should have nothing to do with that and be like, you know what, that's between you guys. And we're not going to waste taxpayer dollars on sending men to jail for child support. That's just asinine. It's stupid. Nobody wins in that situation.
No, can't have it.
This is one of those cases where once he gets a chance to get out or whatever's going to happen to him, he gets vindicated for his positions. That, these are the times when you come up with an extreme lawsuit and you say, I want $10 million because you ruined my life. These are those situations when it should come that way. We talked about it before when he said, oh, maybe you can just say.
He will never get that much money ever. The court system would be like, get out of here, man. Like, sorry that happened to you. Suck it up.
Like, I forget what the case was. And we said, oh, would you take $15,000 because that guy got hit by the bike? That's what it was.
Yeah.
This is one of the things they ruined his life.
Yeah.
And complete.
The problem is there's no compassion. Like, there is no compassion for men. Like, we have all these white knights and men haters. It's like we can't win because we're hating each other. It's like, why are we doing this to each other? We need to have seriously, we need to have compassion for our fellow man. I mean, it's really sad and pathetic that people want to be very judgmental and automatically condemn you for stuff, but they can't be forgiving or merciful. Why is God the only one who's the merciful one, but human beings can't be? Human beings are the most judgmental, condemning assholes on the planet. I'm just saying. Anyways.
Completely and utterly wrong and knowingly wrong. That's when he should get about $10 million. Let's go ahead and go there.
Yeah, no, look, I hear you on that, and that's an excellent case to be made, right? And I would hear that one out, no question about it. Now, the amazing thing is, not only are we nowhere near that, the guy is still in jail. They haven't even let him out yet. Madness. By the
Poor
way, the
guy.
kid was born in the 80s, when we said 1980. In 1987, he was born. So when in 2000 they do the first paternity test, he's 13,
Okay, he's 35
right?
now.
So, and that's why the payments.
He's 35 now, and I guarantee you that dad is still paying child support. He will never be done. And if he ever got out of jail, which it's likely he never got out of jail, to be honest, because once you get caught in the system, it's almost like you're never coming out. It's very, very difficult, especially with child support. It's a never-ending cycle of in and out of jail or just staying in jail. So it's really sad and pathetic that all of this could have been avoided if we as a society could agree, like, hey, maybe we should not criminalize dads. I'm just saying, like, I mean, we're made out to be the bad guy, and it's kind of more complicated than that. Like, you know, did you question the wife on why she abandoned her vows, why she didn't value her commitment and marriage? I mean, like, when men typically get married or settle down and have a family, they're the ones that's the committed. They're the ones that are the most committed, I should say. Whereas with women, they initiate 80% of divorces. They have no concept of commitment. They don't give a shit because in their minds they think to themselves, "Oh, I can just get a new husband. Oh, I can just get a new dad for my kids. What do I need him for? I can get assistance from the government." Of course, they're not going to value commitment. So the only ones valuing commitment and family typically are men. It's sad to say, but it's true.
Continue even once he gets past 18. They're like, well, you still owe the back payments. Come on, man. Come on.
That's bullshit. Yeah, I feel bad for this guy. It's kind of like watching like that show, Mr. Bill. I don't know if you guys are even old enough to remember this show, but his whole existence is kind of like Calamity. Poor guy. Oh no, Mr. Bill. But yeah, I mean that's kind of how it is for a lot of men. It's just like, you know, we're not taken serious, unfortunately. It's really sad. You know, it's like you're laughed at. And unfortunately this guy didn't get the attention he deserved. I mean, like, dude, he was severely screwed over. His life was ruined because of this shit, but nobody cares. Whatever. But that's why you guys have to be resilient. If you're going through similar circumstances, you as a man have to be resilient. And the way you can be resilient is, number one, keep your faith in God, which means going to church and that kind of thing, and finding support groups that will support you where you are, as you are, so you can have that emotional support. Because, yeah, we as men don't have support often. We don't have maybe our parents around, or we're looked at as deadbeats, and, you know, there's a lot of pressure. So it could be a lot. But, yeah, guys, reach out when you need help. You can make it. Okay, I am a 2-time fool. I've been married twice and have been hit for child support twice. So I'm still surviving. I'm 37. Kids are getting there. I got 10 years to go before I'm done with child support. But, yeah, I mean, it can be done, that you can survive. And, hey, I'm a homeowner now. So you can make it. It's possible. You just have to be smart. And if you guys need more tricks and tips, make sure to check out the rest of my videos on my channel. And you guys have a wonderful evening. I am BP signing out.